welcome back, it's Matt, and again it's now the 23rd of the 5th 2017 and the time is now 2:31 PM here in the Northern Hemisphere in the UK. Now I just want to say another big respect to Mr. Steve Olsen, and also big respect to Bob Fletcher, and hope to talk to you both soon. And also on this cam you can see, as this is pointing northeast, east on the screen, there's a red horizon. You can see the red reflection behind those lowered clouds. Now our clouds are being affected by the Nibiru system. This incoming planet system is coming in. As you can see outside on the morning skies, we're getting these strange looking clouds that are being stretched across our skies right now because the Earth's magnetic field is being affected by the Nibiru system. There's a lot going on out there now. And also I pay my respects to those that lost their lives in Manchester here in the UK. A terrible situation is happening around us now. As I said, the earth is changing, people are changing. And there's a lot of evilness in this world right now. And we need to stand close to our family members and be strong for them. Because right now, as I'm talking, there is a lot of stress out there in the world right now. You can see clearly on this cam image a bright light source, and you've got the red reflection from Nibiru. You can see the red reflection. It's on the horizon, and eventually, as time goes by, it's going to come up on the horizon, and many millions and billions of people are going to see it. They're going to see it, and it's again a situation that if we can try and get the word out there now, then people hopefully won't be as panicked as they will be on this coming day, because again we don't know the time and day, but we just know that this huge reflection is getting much bigger and stronger. As each day progresses, we are seeing this red reflection. We are seeing those red reflections on the NASA cams. You see on the NASA cams on the previous videos this huge pink reflection, and NASA will turn the cams off as soon as this happens, because there is so much radiation out there now. It's affecting everything. It really is. Soho cam is going to be affected by this in the future. The International Space Station is being affected by this. There's so much trash out there now. It's so dangerous out there now. And the government are still keeping quiet about it. They really are now, but they are panicking. They're sorting themselves out and leaving us to fend for ourselves. I mean, you only have to look at the sky to see the differences. This is an anabolic cam in itself in Alaska, and again you can see that huge red reflection behind those chemtrails, behind the lowered clouds. Our natural clouds don't do anything anymore. They just are being pushed down. And those chemtrails are the ones that are trying to protect the land. But it's no good, because the natural clouds are being burnt away. Hydrogen is being taken away from them now. You can see this huge red reflection up in the skies. This blue light source as well. They can't hide it anymore. It's getting too big now. These huge reflections are massive. It's only going to be a matter of time until we see this huge object, Nibiru, in our skies. We're starting to see this celestial object now on a lot of other cams. We're seeing this everywhere now. I'm going to flick through this cam image for you. Something brightens up on this screen here as well. And as I said before, and Steve said it as well, are we in a trinary system? Because again we see different light sources up in the sky, and also on those Mexico cams, skyline cams, beach cams from all over the world. When those chems are up, we see different light sources behind them, because the military are spraying our skies to hide other objects that are up there above those chems, above Earth's atmosphere in the inner solar system. Now I just want to show you this light source, okay, that comes up on the horizon here. you can see that the chems are broken away in the middle here. Okay, you can see chemtrails across the skies above these mountains. Now watch the light source come through, and then as I go through the cam, it disappears. Gone. Can you see this? Gone. Something brightened up the sky and then disappeared on the horizon. We're seeing lots of different reflections now, aren't we? This that you saw there was a pure white reflection, not a red or a blue, which we're seeing from other heavenly bodies. We're seeing other reflections all the time. Here as well, this one is pointing northwest. Same cam, time stamp. You can see on the left hand side, Tuesday the 23rd of May 2017. You can see this red reflection, and it rises, and then you'll see a blue reflection. You can see this blue reflection and red colourings through those cams. This is not from our sun, this is from Nibiru. You can see this colour again on the NASA cams. Two colourings in the sky. This is a very interesting image because I see two light sources on this cam. You can see where they've thickly chemtrailed the horizon, and all those chems that are spread up there as well. They get thicker through the day. This is a huge chem here and another one. Two chems together, and also all the trash that's being thrown up in the sky. Here is our sun with that simulator. But look, there's something else burning on the horizon, cutting through those chems. This I believe to be the binary twin. You can see that red haze on the horizon. And as this simulator in front of our celestial body, the sun, as the sun is out there in the inner solar system, and that simulator is above the Earth's atmosphere to hide this from humanity, you can see how bright it is and how dark it is on the land. It is an artificial object that's in front of our sun that's given this situation away, that it's not right for the Earth, as the Earth is unhealthy right now because of this. It's not getting its true sunlight. This image as well, this is called the Haines South Area Alaska cam, and again you can see a red object behind those chemtrails. It's so evident now, you can see this. I will point this out to you. Look at all the red reflections going through all the trash that they're putting up there in the skies, and look at this red object, this reflection, this heavenly body that's coming up on the horizon. You can see that the two reflections are completely different. There's a red celestial body up there, out in the solar system on the horizon there. This is a celestial object that's coming into our system now, and you can see that haze in the sky before the sun comes up that will be this way. And all this trailing of trash, we're seeing this every single day. And on this image as well, the trees are just a very raw in colour. They're not healthy. There's nothing healthy about it anymore. And it's just to wake humanity up, to show the people that we are just being lied to all the time. The government, false flags, the media, propaganda, lies. It's all an agenda to keep our eyes down. When they're worried about this incoming system, which is the biggest event of our lives, they will start pulling stunts, pulling strokes, and pulling the wool over our eyes all the time. Well, you must think out of the box. Take a while. Take some time on your own and have a serious think about everything that's about and around you. Because from the start we were lied to. This event has happened before, and it's so evidential that it's coming in. It's now coming in. You can see that it's being covered up. These heavenly bodies have been covered up by the military around the world all the time. Every single day they've been told to spray the skies. Never mind that us, the public, are in deep debt, and trillions of dollars and pounds are being flooded to the government to build those underground bunkers all the time. And we're starting to notice now the temperature changes of the Earth as well is very much different. and also wildlife, even insects and animals, wasps, bees. They are just not able to survive this now. They are struggling, and sooner or later we'll start struggling. It's time now to prep and prepare for this, because the pole shift could come at any moment in time. I'm going to zoom into this. Okay, I've zoomed into this. Now, you can see 100% that this is no lens flare. This is a huge body that's behind, well, the chems are covering it now. This heavenly body is out there in the inner solar system now. We're seeing a huge reflection. Now we're starting to see a celestial body reflection. A huge round celestial body that's out there now. And these chems are still trying their hardest to cover it all the time. They're using HARP. All the time they're using HARP to manipulate our weather, to move these clouds in front of it. You can see it. It's so blatantly obvious what they're up to. Clouds going one way and other clouds moving across the other side with no wind. What is going on? It's just like a picture out there being controlled by the government and the powers to be, as these scientists are messing with our atmosphere all the time. And I just want to be honest and tell the world that we're seeing these objects now. This is a Cape Cam as well in Alaska, east, and you can see that they are spraying under the chemtrails now. This is a blanket of chems in the atmosphere. This is again chemtrails as the sun is becoming to rise up in the morning sky. Chemtrails. I said this a couple of months back that I saw a chemtrail being sprayed across the sky underneath the other chems. We're seeing this all the time too. Please don't be fooled by the news media. They will only give you snippets of the truth. The rest of it is garbage. Just close your ears to it. Because sometimes I have to turn my television set round because I get so angry. The blatant lies they tell people. They spoon feed us with lies and also only small amounts of true information, then they tangle it up to make another lie. You can see the chemtrail here on the right hand side of the screen. You can see a red reflection on the horizon here. This is a controlled HARP made cloud. I mean, this is all chemicals that are being controlled by these huge government run machines that are plant themselves in front of the sun before the simulator rises to hide what they're up to all the time, and also to try and cool the atmosphere down. But they can't keep doing this forever, can they? As I said before, the winter time of last year from the summer, it's only going to get worse. We're going to see a very strange sun that's going to be white, hot looking. The sun is falling apart right now in the atmosphere. It's being agitated by Nemesis, the brown dwarf star. The binary twin is now with our sun. I've said this all along, but it's so evident now what's happening. Okay, I've got a cam here facing east. A Teneke Springs cam in Alaska. Beautiful part of the world. And again, you can just see those chems. A blanket of chems in the sky, and on the NASA Ustream cams you will see this from the other side, this thick mixture of poisons that they're spreading out the skies that's infecting humanity. Said this all along. I'm going to play this video footage, a short piece of video footage of other objects that are coming through that are lighting up the skies behind those chems. This is another reason why they're trailing up there as well, so we don't get to see any other objects. Just imagine it, if humanity was able to see that we have other suns up there, other glowing objects just like our sun. See, they're tracking these, and this is why the military came in before this happens. Let me play this. You can see this, can't you? Look at that object going up on the horizon. Another one. this pink and blue haze as well, they're covering it all the time. You would think that there was nothing wrong with this cam, wouldn't you? But to me, you can see a line in the sky. Can you see this? Okay, you can see the blue-grey haze of the blue cloud sky. You can see the haze up there. But to here as well, it drops and comes across the sky, this pink reflection. You can see this, can't you? Look at the mountains, look at the yellow reflection off the mountains. Something is there on the horizon down below here. Very strange. But it's there 100%. Now this is another cam as well, okay, called a Mensutter cam southwest in Alaska. And this is very interesting as well I mean, it's so evident now, isn't it? I mean, look at this. There is something that's up there, okay? Now, what I'm showing you on this video and many other videos as well, that we're seeing huge reflections, huge light reflections from these objects that are up there in space now. They are here. Now, I'll flick through the next image on this cam and watch how red it gets, where the reflection from this object, Nibiru, it's reflecting off everything now. And every day I go outside and look up to the sky and I see those chems. This is why they're covering it. Look at the 6 o'clock evening time here in the UK. Look west. You will see a red haze coming through the opposite side when the sun's going down. Look at this. Can you see this blanket of haze? This is a huge light reflection source from Nibiru. It really is. It's so evident. It's nothing to do with camera glare or a reflection on the screen or a messy screen. You can see the different colours on the original clouds are being burnt away, and you can see the pink colourings on the mountain tops through the snow. You can see this. If this picture was doctored, you would see that the writing was pink, and also this advisory weather product notice was pink. It's on the cam, it's out there. This system is real. It's reflecting. This is not from the sun. And it's getting worse. Every time I'm seeing huge red reflections all the time. You can see the haze, the reflections. Now, these red reflections are getting much stronger by the day. It's so evident. It really is. And fantastic people in the past have said that this will happen. They said that we will see these red reflections. We're just going to see, our skies eventually are going to get so red we won't see the blue sky anymore. It would just be completely red. And then news media will turn around and say it's our fault. It's to do with public waste. We are harming the planet. It's climate change to do with humanity that's causing this. Well, we know it's not. We know that the news media and government will pull this trick off in the future. They really will. And I urge people to understand that this reflection is only going to get stronger each day. We're going to see this red haze in the skies. And you can see this now, this colouring in the skies. They try and cloak it on the screen, but you could see the redness here. I'm going to go to another cam now. Now what I've done is I've zoomed in to this piece of footage, okay, and what they do is they chemtrail across here, the skies, and there's a hole here, and there's a reflection coming through from the binary twin. Now the binary twin is a different colour. It's like a rusty orangey colour in the skies, and we see the red reflection from Nibiru as well. And this blue object, I believe to be the blue Kachina, there's up there as well in our skies. Again, multiple suns. There is something going on, and I just want to show you the evidence and pick it up, all the pieces, all the time. I know I try my best to do daily footage to get the word out there. Sometimes we're not going to catch it because it's heavily chemtrailed and the weather patterns are erratic. Let's look at the jet stream chart. The weather patterns on this chart are clearly slowing down. Everything is slowing down now. It's being tugged by the magnetic field of Nibiru. These images are true. This is an up-to-date chart that shows you through the days of the coming next days as well. And we can see clearly that the jet stream is to a near halt. And Mr. John Moore, a fantastic guy that runs a channel every single day to get the word out there as well, that this system, our Earth, the atmosphere, the weather patterns are all slowing down. The sea levels are rising now because our sun is now burning the north and south pole continuously now. You can see the sun has changed. You can see how much different now the jet stream flows. Before, many years back, it was flowing in a single line, being controlled. It was very healthy looking. And this is what's causing the erratic weather patterns. Of one moment it's hailstoning, then it's heavily raining. 6 weeks of rainfall onto the land, and the news media channels will say, we don't know why this is happening. Well, we could see what's happening, can't we, on the jet stream chart? As the control of the weather is being manipulated now by HAARP and CERN. They're spraying above the jet stream to try and cool the atmosphere down, to try and stop those big huge holes that are continuously showing up on the jet stream. We mustn't forget the information that's out there, and we need to press on to see what's going on the charts, because that brown dwarf star is now with our sun. It's causing a lot of problems. It's slowing, as I said, our weather patterns down. It's causing a lot of heat to go into our Earth, as these earthquakes are still happening around the world. The Solomon Islands have got it again. There's up to 80 earthquakes within the last 24 hours. And they are going up. As I said before, and Mr. Steve Olson said it last night, that a 5.6 is a 6.6. They say this to stop the mass, the people, the public from getting worried. You could see to the right hand side, the UK, I mean, the weather pattern, the jet stream is not even touching us anymore. Our natural weather has descended, it's finished. You could see there, in America, USA, the jet stream is just finished. It's not given us the right patterns. The behaviour of the jet stream is completely wrong now. Over in Australia as well, you can see this, can't you? The jet stream isn't flowing right. There's holes in the jet stream as the sun can beat down onto Australia, causing these huge earthquakes. Because the bigger the hole in the jet stream, the more likely we're going to get a huge problem, a huge earthquake, and also with these solar flares that are going through the keyhole into our atmosphere, down to our land, and will cause a huge problem. And it will only take a few solar flares to be able to attack the world and other parts of the land and world for a huge power grid to go down. We're not going to have any power. And when this happens, it won't just be for, as I said before, a couple of days or half an hour until it will be up and running again. There's many scientists out there that have said that we need to stock up, because once our food, the electric on the fridges, and we're not able to use the microwave or the cooker or any other way of cooking, that's it. Because Mr. John Moore, as I said before, he has brought a book out, and many others have brought a book out called The Pole Shift, that basically explains that when we get this huge event and the power grid goes down, we will have to prepare in some other way not to use these electrical devices that we've been so used to now. Our comfort zones is so automatic to us now, isn't it? That we get up every day, put the telly on, look at our phones, use the boilers in our houses to have a hot bath and make a nice cooked breakfast, or open the car door, get in the car and drive around to where we need to go to work, or enjoy ourselves and holidays and things. I mean, it's all run by electric. The power grid will go down. You can see on the chart these holes in the jet stream, and this is what they're worried about. This is why they sprayed the skies, to hide these holes. Because the sun has been in a solar maximum in past events in the past years, but we never had chemtrails then, did we? We didn't have those chemtrails before when the sun has been at the solar maximum. But this time round it's something else. It's not just about the solar maximum. It's about these heavenly bodies that are out now in front of our sun, that's agitating our sun. Our sun is falling apart. The coronal holes have got much bigger now. You can see this so evident on the Soho cam. And in the future that Soho cam will disappear. I said this at the beginning of the video. It will disappear. It will burn up because it's just getting far too hot. The powers to be can't control the sun. They can't control the earth. They can't control the weather patterns. All they can do is manipulate the weather to try and cool the atmosphere down using the military. Those hammerheads are spraying the skies once more today. I'm gonna go now, but I'll be back shortly with another video. And please take care. Please.